Please join the Urban Action Showcase Diversity in Action initiative, celebrating the past, present, and future multicultural achievements in the blockbuster action genre. As a platform, we advocate diversity and inclusion through our International Action Film Festival, Action Expo, and Action Film Awards platforms, which promote multicultural heroic images in order to change the dynamic of mainstream media. The Urban Action Expo will feature action film panels and action seminars taught by industry leaders, while our exhibitor area showcases elite comic book artists, filmmakers, stuntmen, industry professionals, and celebrity guests. The 2018 UASC will take place Saturday, November 10th at AMC Theaters Times Square, featuring 5 theaters with over 60 hours of action content from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. That's right, Action Junkies, we're having a 14-hour action film megathon showcasing the latest indie action film content in order to change the dynamic of mainstream media. Welcome to Behind the Action, where we journey behind the action of Hollywood blockbusters, network television, and new media action content. I'm your host, Demetrius Angelo, and today I'm going to take you behind the action of Marvel's Black Panther, Infinity Wars, and Luke Cage with special guest Jenel Stevens. But before we get started, let's take a look at the action in theaters.
So, how long have you been Ant-Man again?
Not long. It just sort of happened.
I wish I could fight bad guys like you.
I seem to mess it up almost every time.
Maybe you just need someone watching your back. Hi. Like a partner.
Dr. Pym, I actually heard what happened to you. You opened up the quantum realm. That's when this crazy creepy ghost who like walks through walls and stuff. Stole your tech. And now she wants to take over the world or whatever. Who would have believed that in your hour of need, you would turn to us?
Not me.
I mean, because we robbed you. Do you remember? That's us.
The only chance we've got is both of you. Ant-Man and the Wasp teaming up.
Follow my lead.
She seems more intense.
Get loose now. No.
You go low, I'll go high.
I have wings. Why would I go low?
I'm paid to get down.
We're gonna die. I don't want to die. We didn't die.
Hey, what'd I miss?
We were just tiny.
I was partners with Hank on a project called Goliath.
How big did you get?
My record, 21 feet. You?
65 feet.
65.
If you two are finished comparing sizes,
65.
In order to be brave, you gotta be a little scared. I need you to be brave right now.
You ever miss it? I haven't touched a gun in 10 years. After what happened that night. FBI, show me your hands! I just put my sword down, you know. Without that bad luck,
You're gonna be okay.
I never would have met Sarah. I never would have had my kids. Daddy loves who?
Me.
Daddy loves who?
Me!
I love you.
You better.
Mr. Sawyer, you are the very first family we've had in the residential section of the Pearl. After your security assessment, what do you think of the building?
The Pearl is the most advanced super tall structure in the world. It's a breathtaking achievement.
But
No one really knows what would happen if things go wrong.
Hello, boys.
Let it burn.
The 96th floor is on fire.
Sarah, listen to me. The fire is not gonna stop. Keep going up. Don't stop. Don't look back.
Get back!
Whoa, 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 whoa. You don't understand. My family's in there.
Turn around!
Okay, don't look down. That was dumb.
How did you get in the building?
Jumped off a super crane.
Just the man I was looking for.
This building is protecting something that I want.
You're going to get it from me. Anything can be done with the proper motivation.
No! We gotta do this together.
I'm scared.
It's okay to be scared. In order to be brave, you gotta be a little scared.
I gotta get you out of this building.
And I need you to be brave right now, okay?
Yeah.
Dad loves you.
Me. Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to Behind the Action. Joining me now is stunt woman, action actor, and martial artist, the amazing Miss Jenel Stevens. Welcome, Jenel.
Thank you so much for having me.
I so appreciate you being here.
No problem.
Now, you've been really busy this year, especially with Marvel. You've done Black Panther, which was a mega hit, Infinity War, and you are Misty Knight's stunt double on Luke Cage, as well as playing other roles on Luke Cage. And then on Breaking In, you're Gabrielle Union's stunt double. And that's just the stuff I know. So obviously the fans want to know about Wakanda. You are a Dora Miliaje, which is the dream superhero for young girls, especially women of color, growing up today. They finally got a superhero on screen that they can take pride in. So tell us a little bit about that journey, how it came to you, how you even became a Dora Miliaje, and then we'll go from there.
Okay. Well, a lot of stunt coordinators and stunt people in the business knew about my skills as a martial artist. I had worked my way up to being an instructor, certified under Guru Dan Inosanto. I trained under Sifu Dan Anderson. So I've been doing martial arts for a while. So a lot of people in the industry knew that, and they just kept telling me to submit my information, headshot resume, to an email address. I had no idea at the time what it was for until later on. Fast forward, they were like, hey, what about that job I told you to submit for? And I was like, oh, it was this. So it was great to have people have my back about that and submit my information. And then I got a call from Andy Gill, the lead stunt coordinator on the production, and he asked, hey, are you available to fly in for a day, an audition in front of Ryan Coogler for this role? And I was like, absolutely, regardless of what was going on that day. So got on the plane, went to the audition. I went pretty well, obviously. And then I flew back the next day. They initially said they were going to take a couple weeks to decide. I got the phone call pretty much a couple days afterwards saying that I'd gotten the position. So it was surreal. Had no idea it would be what it is now. Obviously, I knew it would be big, but just being a part of that project is such an honor. It's beyond words.
Now, you are one of the main Dora Miliaje. I see you in many of the scenes. And of course, the weapon of choice is the staff or the pole. So let's talk about a little bit about the training process and how all of that went.
Wow. The training process was intense, but it was very fun because I do have a background in it. I do Kali as part of my Jeet Kune Do curriculum. But this was obviously a little different because it's more for camera. So we had to do a lot of the twirly stuff, a lot of the things that were not necessarily functional when you're using it as a martial arts tool. So every day we went in, and not to mention we also had to be one working unit. So regardless of if we had it, we had to make sure everybody, all the Dora were on point and synchronized together. So, you know, Matt Emig and Micah Carnes were there with us every day, drilling us day in, day out, 8 hours a day for 5 to sometimes 6 days a week for about 2 or 3 months before we even went on camera. So, you know, we did a lot of simple basic angles, and then we graduated on to learning, you know, all the figure eights and the flower and all the, you know, intense twirly, you know, movements that look good for camera, but also look very fierce and, you know, warrior-like.
Wonderful. So, quick question. When you're doing these scenes, right, are the stars there to work out those scenes with you, or do you guys do it spare the moment? How does it work?
Well, we're in there every day, all day. You know, if we're not on camera, we're in the rehearsal room. They have a lot of other things that they have to deal with, you know, working their dialect coach, going over their lines, and whatever else they have on their schedule. So sometimes we would only get them for maybe a couple of hours or even an hour a day, and we had to, again, be synchronized with them as well. So we would learn some things and help teach them in addition to the stunt team that was there, just to make sure that they were up to speed and everything. And we would have to play maybe the villains that the main actresses were fighting, you know, during that time. So, yeah, we drilled constantly, and they got in when they could, and sometimes, you know, the production had to fight them to leave because they just wanted to stay and train, and they did a great job, and they were dedicated, and they worked their butts off for that, for you know, for the fight scenes and everything else that we needed to do on camera.
Now, I know everyone wants to ask this question. Your hair was longer before you became a Dora. So how hard was it to decide that, you know what, this is worth cutting my hair?
Yeah, everybody may think that it's a bald cap. It is not. We had to get our heads shaved. And my hair wasn't as long as a lot of the other women. You know, they had hair, you know, halfway down their back sometimes. Wow. So to get that call and them to say, you know, you're getting your head shaved, it's a pretty big deal. And you think you're prepared for it until the day of, and they're like, all right, you know, your hair appointment, and your heart stops a little bit, you know. So it's a little bit intense. But once it was done, you know, hair is hair, it grows back. And then being united with all the girls afterwards, and all of us being, you know, having shaved heads, it felt very empowering, actually. Mm-hmm. And everywhere we went, everybody wanted to know who we were. So it was pretty cool.
Give me a little background on some of the most challenging moments on set, and as well as exhilarating moments for you as a Dora.
Some of the most challenging, I think, would be coming up with fight scenes on the spot. You know, there were a lot of moving parts. So the stunt team was amazing with us. You know, not only did we drill, you know, the basic strikes and striking patterns of the staff, but they trained us to the point where they got us putting together our own choreography to a certain extent. Mm-hmm. You know, so we would have a lot of the stunt guys come in every once in a while, maybe a week for 2, and then, you know, they had to do their scene, but we were there the whole time. So the respect that they showed us was amazing, but we had to be on point as the Dora, you know, and sometimes on camera, coordinators come up with us, you know, okay, here's 5 guys, come up with a fight scene, we're rolling in 20 seconds. You know, so that was pretty challenging, but it was also very rewarding. We got to come up with, you know, some of our own ideas and implement some of our own choreography, you know, with the base that we have from the fight team, you know, that we that taught us every day, day in and day out. So that I think was the most challenging, but again, like I said, rewarding. And then some of the most exhilarating would just be, you know, everybody, cast and crew were amazing to work with, so warm, welcoming. So, you know, between takes, you know, just speaking to them and you know, doing what you love. I mean, fighting is what I do, martial arts wise, and I just really enjoyed just being there and you know, the day in and day out. Sometimes it could be grueling, weather and all that, but at the end of the day, it was a family. It really felt like that.
Now, I can stay on Wakanda all day long, but obviously you do so much more. So let's talk a little bit about breaking in.
Okay.
Because I feel a lot of people slept on that, because you can never count a mom, you know, a mama who is mama bear, who is going to protect her kids at all costs. And, you know, that was a lot that she had to do in that film. So how, I guess, how complicated was it being back and forth with with Gabrielle Union and doing the stunts she had to do? And how much did you have to do? Did you have to do everything, or did you help her do some of it?
Yeah, we definitely had to help her do some of it. She had to be on camera doing these fight scenes. But again, then like she has expressed in some interviews that she didn't have a background in anything. She wasn't this you know, CIA agent or Navy SEAL. You know, she was a mom, hands down, with no, you know, prior martial arts experience. So I kind of had to take that out of my body at certain points, you know, and director sometimes, like, no, don't do it like a martial artist. You know, so
right.
It was more scrappy, you know, unskilled, untrained. So we rehearsed it a lot, and we brought her in, and she did a great job, you know, on camera when she had to do the fight scenes too. So, like she said, she didn't have to train for it, you know, because there was no specific skill set that was involved. But yeah, she came in, she worked hard, she did what she needed to do. She learned the fights, which, you know, a fight like that, it sometimes is even more complicated than martial arts, because it has to look like it's scrappy even though it's choreographed. So.
All right, now let's move to season 2 of Luke Cage. Your Misty Knights stunt double.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff you had to do basically one-handed, and then you have this robotic arm on that you got to work with at the same time. So tell us how challenging that was.
That was pretty challenging, and funny enough, there was, you know, a lot of Black Panther reshoots and Avengers and all that, so I wasn't there every day on the day for her. I did a lot of pre-vises that we did for the fight scenes, but a lot of times it wasn't me, or some of the time it wasn't me doubling her. It was like Niala Hope or another stunt woman there on the day. So, you know, the pre-vis and all that, they gave me the green sleeve, and, you know, it was pretty interesting having to fight, acting like you have no hand, even though you do have a hand. So, like I said before, with anything else, we have rehearsals, and we work, you know, very hard to make the scene the way it's supposed to look like. So, you know, with all the practices, I think it came out pretty well.
Well, I know I've seen season 2. I'm not going to give everything away.
Good, because I haven't seen all of it yet.
Okay, I'm not going to give everything away. So let's talk about what actually empowered you to do this. Your martial arts background, you're actually a New York State champion, kickboxing champion, Muay Thai champion. Muay Thai champion. So how much does your martial arts play into what you do now?
I think it plays a huge role. Just being coordinated and being able to throw a punch, the basics, just having that down saves a lot of time. It definitely helps, but it is different. You know, fighting on camera is a lot different than fighting in a ring or fighting for training. You know, you're not actually hitting anything, and you have to sell it for camera, depending on the camera angle. You know, so that has its own challenges, but having the base in martial arts, I think, has helped me tremendously in becoming a stunt fighter.
So, obviously, you're what I call a hidden hero, because you help enhance the perception, which
Fair
is
enough.
people's reality. Now, how much do you want to get out in front of the camera as yourself? Now, we know those who follow you know that you did Blind Spot. You had a nice little role on there.
Yeah.
So what do you have coming up where we can see you actually playing a character?
Well, I had thought about it. When I first started in this industry, I came in trying to do acting and modeling. Fast forward, you know, I was able to put the athleticism and my martial arts together with being on camera, you know, so, but Black Panther, because I've been just excited in the stunt, you know, realm of things, but being on Black Panther definitely has opened my eyes to thinking about going back into the acting realm. I still love stunts and I'm still doing that. I have I'm not retiring in any foreseeable future, but adding the acting is something that I'm looking into and possibly taking acting classes and things like that. So I don't, you know, you never know what the next call will be. It could be a role, it could be a double role, or it could be a speaking role or anything like that. So I don't have anything coming up right now that you'll see me other than obviously finishing up Avengers, the next one. And but yeah, I don't have anything on the books yet, so
Okay.
available.
Well, we might have to make something just for you. Honestly, just
Down
for
with that.
you. Up next, we will dissect the action of Black Panther's Dora Miliaje, staff training, and fight scenes. But before we do, let's take a look at the action coming to theaters later this month.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, I wonder, did you ever choose not to? The end you always feared is coming. And the blood will be on your hands. The fallout of all your good intentions.
You had a terrible choice to make in Berlin. One life over millions. And now the world is at risk.
This is the CIA's mission. If he had held on to the plutonium, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
His team would be dead.
Yes, they would. That's the job.
Down with the victim. We both know you need them. Stuck in the middle of all irrelevance.
You don't understand what you're involved in.
You need to walk away.
Please don't make me go through you.
How many times has Hunt's government betrayed him, disavowed him, cast him aside? How long before a man like that has had enough?
You can't fight the friction. So you can't take the pressure.
Ethan, that's not who we are.
Maybe we need to reconsider that.
You can't fight the friction.
So, how is he?
Hell, you know. Same old Ethan.
What the hell is he doing?
I find it best not to look.
They're going to war with me. First time to Turkey?
No.
Long time ago.
Different life.
Now you come back.
Yes, I'm looking for something.
You can find whatever you wish in Turkey.
How about a man who kidnapped a little girl from her American mother?
Would not be looking for such a man. It would be dangerous.
For you. Men like him would think that.
Baby!
Robert, I'm your only friend. It's great you're helping all these random people and everything. But stay off the radar. Something happened to one of ours. So I'm obligated to look into it.
Thought you were retired.
Oh, I am. Just like your dad.
Yeah. What's the matter? They knew what floor she was on.
They're tying up loose ends.
Exactly.
I was your partner for 7 years, Mac. It's a mistake to go to war with him.
It's go time.
They're going to war with me.
It's go time.
Whoever did this have off-chart skill sets. It was the agency, family. You ever see Star Trek? Very good. Call 911.
Go time. Roll it down with a good grind and I run out with a baton. That's a relay race with a bouquet. They say, K, you gon' marry mine. Yeah. Okay.
They killed my friend. So I'm gonna kill each and every one of them. And the only disappointment is that I only get to do it once.
Die from last y'all. Die from last y'all. Die from last y'all.
Seeing you carrying all those books around, I figured you for some kind of teacher.
I'm a high-level paid government assassin.
It's go time.
Welcome back to Behind the Action. Tom Cruise and Denzel Washington always bring the heat. I'm excited to see how those films are going to turn out. Now, if you're just joining us, we are about to dissect the action behind Black Panther's Dora Miliaje staff training with Jenel Stevens. So Jenel, tell me what to do.
All right. We're going to go through this first. I got to teach you the salute.
Okay.
A lot of people do this wrong, so we're going to make sure everybody out there and in here know the proper Wakanda salute and making sure that the right hand goes over the left.
Okay.
Right? So when we start out, we hold the staff here. We're about hip width apart, with our legs. Our left hand's nice, strong fist, fierce looking face. All right. So when we do the salute, we bring the right leg in, cross the right arm over the left, bow the head just a little bit, and then come back to here.
Awesome.
So when I hit the staff twice, 1, 2, we go together and back.
Okay.
Yeah, so we have to be synchronized.
Yes, ma'am.
1 unit, military.
I'm ready.
All right, so
I'm
here
ready.
we go. Fierce, ready to fight, battle ready. There we go. There we go. Pure Wakanda right there.
You think they're gonna let me on set?
Nah, you ready.
They're gonna let me say that one more time. I think I look good doing that.
Right here, ready? There we go.
Oh,
perfect.
yeah.
So it gets you ready. Gets you ready.
Okay,
so,
now how do I whip somebody's behind? That's what everybody want to know. How do I Dora Miliaje them?
There you go. So, like I said before, we have to make sure that we know the proper strikes.
Okay.
Right. So we drilled this for hours.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
So, to not think about footwork first, I mean that comes into play later. But you have to make sure that you're turning, torquing your body, and moving your hips, pivoting on the ball of your feet. Right?
Okay.
So when we throw this angle right here, we want to make sure that we have a lot of property on the staff at the higher end. Right. So
Okay.
we're gonna have our left hand low,
Uh-huh.
and our right hand maybe about hip width apart.
Okay.
So it gives you a little bit more room at the end because in Wakanda there's a spear at the end of here. So.
All right.
All right, so you want to start in a nice, good stance. Again, fierce. We had to practice a lot in the mirror, on set in the rehearsal room, making sure that our stance, where our shoulder was, we had to be in fighting position and look fierce, okay? So now, for angle 1, it's basically a diagonal strike across the face. You can go down across the face and go to your other hip.
Okay.
Right, now you're gonna bring the tip of the spear up, rotate, and angle 2 is diagonal down, okay, on the other side.
Okay.
3, you're gonna bring it back again. The tip comes up. You're gonna go angle 3 across the hip here. Turn it again. Come across for angle 4.
Okay.
Angle 5, tip of the spear comes up again. Rotates. You uppercut the chin here, and because it's a spear, we're pointing it at our opponent. You bring again for 6, up and around. Angle 6 ends here. So together, we're gonna do all 6 strikes. We come back for our stance, and then we're gonna go all through 6. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, uppercut 5, and 6. Perfect. Then come back to your stance. Perfect.
Oh,
there you go.
Sick. They might need me as a stand-in.
Ready.
But I ain't cutting my head
I
off.
was just about to
Granddaddy
say,
ain't cutting his head. Girl, you know I'm super fly. Can't do it. Can't do it. My Native American heritage can't let it go.
I understand.
I got to hear the drums when I walk down the street.
We'll put you in the reserves then.
Can you put me in something else? Can I just hold the staff for y'all?
There you go. There you go.
I'll be the staff holding. Can I be just like the shadow? Okay, teach me something else. Teach me something else.
All right, so basic strikes, right? But now we're gonna go into a little bit more fancy stuff.
Okay, we getting fancy
So,
now.
we're gonna figure 8, right? Now our hands are basically in the middle of the staff for balance. Left, right hand palm is up, left palm is down. Same thing as when we were striking.
Okay.
You're just gonna, basically like you're paddling.
Okay.
Right? Again, you wanna make sure that you're in a good stance, you have balance, right? And you're just working the staff just like this.
Okay.
Ideally, somebody can stand to your left and right because you're just swinging the staff right on your side.
Sucky.
Now, if you get fancy, you just go to one hand.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Now, in this case, it's better to put one leg in front, whichever one's comfortable, more so the leg of the arm that has the weapon.
Okay.
All right, so now you're doing the right. The left hand is up by your face to guard it.
Okay.
You know, for anything, any other reason.
All right.
Now you go back to 2.
Okay.
And then now, you can go left.
Oh, she threw the left
Go
on
left.
Granddaddy.
Again, now your left leg is forward.
Okay.
There you go.
All
Now
right.
we're getting a little bit into the basic twirl
She
stuff.
said, this is basics, y'all. This is the
Okay.
basic. If you can't twirl, you can't do the basics. This A right here.
There you go.
This A.
That is A.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right,
So
what's
now,
next?
going just a little bit further, we're gonna be here. Again, we're not having one foot in front of the other yet.
Okay.
We're just gonna basically move the staff from one side of your body to the other.
Okay.
Now the important thing here, especially for camera, is to make sure this other hand's up. You don't wanna just be doing this with nothing.
Okay,
It
you don't
doesn't
want-
look
you don't wanna
fierce.
look
You
like
don't wanna
me.
look like you're just, you know,
Hula
doing-
hooping.
There you go.
We ain't hula hooping.
This
No,
is
okay, well,
Wakanda.
This Wakanda.
Wakanda.
All right.
This is serious business.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're here, and again, you can turn. Oh, look at you! Look at you!
Oh,
Here
sucky.
and back.
Okay.
You can
All
do
right.
an open palm or a fist, whatever
Okay.
you feel strongest with.
All right. Before we move on, give me a little combination.
All
Give me
right,
something.
there we go. That's what I was going to next.
Okay,
All right,
okay.
so you can do single arm, figure 8,
Uh-huh.
come back, strike 2, come up, angle 5.
Oh, sucky. Hey,
So
let's do it.
that's
Let's
a
get it. Do
combo.
we got to
There
do it
you
in
go. Okay.
unison?
Okay, there we
Okay,
go. We're going to
give me
do
my number.
figure 8, right? Once we get to one side, step back with the right, come in, step forward, angle 5.
Oh, yeah. Can we get a thrust? Can we get a
There you go.
thrust?
We got thrust. All
What we
right,
got?
you
What
want
we
to get a thrust here. So there's 3 different types of thrusts, all right? First, we're going to start at the hip.
Okay.
One is just a simple thrust forward. And when you do this, you want to rotate your wrist, turn it. The spear is, you know, causing some damage.
Okay.
Number 2, you're going to slide the spear through as you're turning your left wrist. Through and back. Okay? The next one, you're here. You're basically just going to take a step forward with your left leg or your back leg, right? And just spear through.
That's what I'm
And
talking
then come
about.
back. There you go.
All
So
right.
that gives you a little bit more distance.
Okay.
So you got 1, 2, slide through, and then 3 step. There you go. And then back.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we got 1, 2, slide, 3 step. There you go. And then back. Perfect.
All right. Can I get a letter of recommendation?
I got you. I
All
got
right.
you.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for this.
No
This
problem.
was like amazing.
My pleasure.
Amazing. I can't tell you how much this means to me and everyone else, because all I see is stars when I see you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in bigger and better. Well, you can't get any bigger than Black Panther.
I mean,
so more focused roles where we can just see Miss Jenel.
Perfect.
All right, and don't forget, you guys, Jenel's gonna be with us at Urban Action Showcase, November 9th and 10th, AMC Theaters, Times Square, as well as New York Comic Con.
Yeah, there you go.
October, look it up, New York Comic Con, October.
We need to close out with the salute.
Uh-oh, show me.
There you go.
Okay, tell me what to do.
We're gonna close out.
Okay.
Like I said, remember,
I'm
double
ready.
stomp, we do the salute.
I'm ready.
Fierce fighting stance.
Us.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
No
Appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you.
The Urban Action Showcase and Expo is bringing you back to Black Action Cinema with 14 hours of 70s blaxploitation action hits. Cult classics like Foxy Brown, Shaft, and Superfly put the bad in badass, changing the dynamics of Hollywood cinema. Introducing larger-than-life heroes like Pam Grier, Richard Roundtree, and Fred the Hammer Williamson. Pre-purchase your pass today and be a part of the action.
You have offended my family, and you have offended a Shaolin temple.
My purpose in this is to change the image of our people from villains to heroes. You know what I'm saying? We need heroes that reflect our image and our interest. Please join the Urban Action Showcase Diversity in Action Initiative, celebrating the past, present, and future multicultural achievements in the blockbuster action genre. As a platform, we advocate diversity and inclusion through our International Action Film Festival, Action Expo, and Action Film Awards platforms, which promote multicultural heroic images in order to change the dynamic of mainstream media. The 2018 UASC will take place Saturday, November 10th at AMC Theaters Times Square, featuring 5 theaters with over 60 hours of action content from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. That's right, Action Junkies, we're having a 14-hour action film megathon showcasing the latest indie action film content and celebrating the 20th anniversary of Blade, the 30th anniversary of Bloodsport, and continuing last year's launch of Saturday Afternoon Kung Fu Theater, featuring Shaw Brothers Kung Fu classics and honoring the 40th anniversary of 5 Deadly Venoms. This year, we're looking to expand our lineup, adding 2 extra theaters featuring Back to Black Action Cinema, showcasing blaxploitation hits of the 70s, and retro action cinema, showcasing 80s and 90s blockbuster hits. The Urban Action Expo will feature action film panels and action seminars taught by industry leaders, while our exhibitor area showcases elite comic book artists, filmmakers, stuntmen, industry professionals, and celebrity guests. Welcome back to Behind the Action. I'm here with Jenel Stevens, the Dora Miliaje herself, stunt woman, actress, martial artist. Jenel has graced our presence at the Urban Action Showcase for a few years now. She was our Angel of Action Award recipient last year. Am I correct?
Yes, I was. Thank you.
She gave us a little sneak peek of Black Panther last year. She was teaching a few, I saw her in the pictures. I don't get to see Urban Action. I see it all in the pictures. Yeah. But she was teaching a couple of people how to hold the staff, because we had a few of the cosplayers as one of the Dora.
Right.
So this year, Jenel's going to be with us again as one of our special guests. now that everybody knows what I already knew. So she's going to be one of our special featured guests at Urban Action Showcase this year, as well as at New York Comic Con. But I just want to focus a little bit on, about Urban Action. She has agreed to teach a Dora Miliaje staff training class for those who are interested. That's going to be very exciting. But this year, we've got a lot of exciting anniversaries going on. Now, many people don't realize that the Kung Fu theater, those were the first non-white superheroes to hit America as far as in the 70s, early 70s, on the screens. We used to go to these double features. And it started out with the Kung Fu flicks. Yeah. So this year, we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Five Deadly Venoms. We kicked it off last year with Lu Fang, but this year we got Lo Meng, which is the Toad. And he's also Kid with the Golden Arms. So it's the actual 40th anniversary of Five Deadly Venoms, and we're jump-starting the 40th anniversary of Kid with the Golden Arms. So we have Lo Meng joining us. And then, believe it or not, it's the 40th anniversary of Drunken Master, Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. And we have the villain, they call him Thunderfoot, Wang Zheng Li, which is a Grand Master of Taekwondo. So he'll be here. He's also the villain in Snake and the Eagle's Shadow with Jackie Chan as well. So both of those are 40th anniversaries. Then we're celebrating Black Heroes of Kung Fu Theater. So our first hero is Grandmaster Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon. Nice. So we're going to screen the Black Dragon's Revenge and jumpstart the 40th anniversary of Way of the Black Dragon. And then a wonderful treat we have. He's never been seen on the East Coast, very rarely seen on the West Coast. Soul Brothers of Kung Fu, Sun Dragon, Grandmaster Carl Scott. So there's only been 2 African Americans to do or to lead a Hong Kong Kung Fu movie, and that's Grandmaster Ron Van Cleef, the Black Dragon, and Grandmaster Carl Scott. So we're going to make history. They'll both be with us.
Sounds exciting.
And then when you go to the retro action cinema aspect, we have the 30th anniversary of Above the Law, as well as the 30th anniversary of Action Jackson. Wow. So that's going to be cool. And then, as far as superheroes goes, the man that started it all for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Blade. It's the 20th anniversary of Blade. So we're working on getting Wesley. Now, Wesley told me, he said if he ain't doing nothing, he going to be there. But, you know, until he signed, don't be saying that he going to be there. You know, we hoping he gonna be there. We working on it, okay? We working on it. So 20th anniversary of Blade, so we're screening Blade. And then for the fans, we're gonna screen Blade too, because people love Blade. Right. And then it's the 30th anniversary of Bloodsport.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anniversaries.
Yeah, we're working it out. You know how we do. We celebrate the multicultural achievements in the blockbuster action genre. So, and now the one that highlights them all is the 45th anniversary of Enter the Dragon. So it's going to be really, really exciting. We have a lot going on. Obviously, we have the Urban Action Showcase International Action Film Festival official selections that are going to screen, as well as action seminars and action panels, and one being the Angels of Action panel that you are basically a fixture on from now on.
Fair enough.
So you'll be on that panel. And then, of course, we have the action seminars, which we talked about earlier that you're going to teach. We have something called Firearms for Film. We're going to have the Action Icon Experience, which means you can actually train with one of the action stars. So whether it be Ron Van Cleef, Carl Scott, Lo Meng, Wang Zheng Li. Last year, as you recall, Michael Jai White taught screen fighting for the Spawn 20th anniversary. So we're working on getting as many of the action icons to teach as possible. And then we're going to have JKD NYC come in and do a little stunt training because we partnered with them for the Call to Action initiative. And that initiative is about getting more individuals of color into action by giving them the skill set that they're going to need in order to, you know, be a viable asset in the genre. So we have a lot going on for Urban Action this year, and I'm excited that you're going to be with us. The fans will be excited because Jenel has done a Comic-Con with us before, and they just forgot about everybody else. You know, they went straight to her. So I'm really excited about that. I'm so glad you're going to join us.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to be there.
Yeah. One more thing that's going on, the panels. We can't forget about the panels. We have something called Legends of Hong Kong Cinema. And that's going to be all of the Hong Kong action stars all in one place. So that's going to be pretty historic as well.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to having you.
Very cool. Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a big year.
Oh, it's going to be huge. We'll be right back with a 2-minute warning action sequence where Jenel will choreograph a fight scene live on set. So stay tuned. The 2018 UASC will take place Saturday, November 10th at AMC Theaters Times Square, featuring 5 theaters with over 60 hours of action content from 10 a.m. to 12 a.m. That's right, Action Junkies, we're having a 14-hour action film megathon showcasing the latest indie action film content and continuing last year's launch of Saturday Afternoon Kung Fu Theater, featuring Shaw Brothers Kung Fu classics and honoring the 40th anniversary of Five Deadly Venoms. Please join the Urban Action Showcase Diversity in Action initiative, celebrating the past, present, and future multicultural achievements in the blockbuster action genre. As a platform, we advocate diversity and inclusion through our International Action Film Festival, Action Expo, and Action Film Awards platform to promote multicultural heroic images in order to change the dynamic of mainstream media. We invite you to be a part of the action by pre-purchasing a 2018 event pass for yourself or a friend.
Master, Sanjay is finished. We can attack the city.
We are back with Jenel Stevens, and as I mentioned earlier, she is the stunt double for Misty Knight on Marvel's Netflix Luke Cage Season 2. Well, you were there on Season 1 too, right?
Season 1 too, yeah.
She, period. Stunt double, period. Now, Jenel's going to take us through a fight scene. She's going to do whatever she wants to do. Basically, she's going to beat me up. That's what's going to happen. So, Jenel, tell us what to do.
All right, so it's just going to be a basic, I think it's about 5 or 6 beats, right?
Okay.
You're just basically going to get in your fighting stance here. All right, so we're starting on our fighting stance here, left foot forward, right foot back.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times, you know, as a real fighter, you put your hands up by your face, obviously, but for
Right.
camera, we want to see,
the face.
hero and villain, right?
Okay.
So the first move you're going to do, you're going to throw a cross.
Okay.
I'm going to parry it here, go underneath, grab.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to throw this hook, make it look like it hit.
Okay.
Okay, then I'm going to throw a roundhouse kick to the stomach.
Okay.
You're going to get mad, you can come back with me with a left hook. I'm going to catch it. Switch stance, knee you in the stomach. And I'm going to crush you to the face, diagonal down. You're going to get hurt, come up. I'm going to hook kick you to the face, just like that. Right? So in stunts, obviously, to make sure you have enough distance so you're not hitting the person, and it has to sell for camera.
Now, they have to take the body shot, though, right?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
It depends.
Oh,
so if
okay.
the camera's behind, I can stack it
Okay.
and make it look like it hit you.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
hopefully it's stunt double on stunt double or stunt actor on stunt actor.
Okay.
You give a little tap. Right?
Okay.
And on this knee here, you don't want to drive in the point of the knee to the solar plexus. That's going to hurt. So you
Right.
really want to take
Okay.
the meat of it
Okay.
to the stomach. That most likely will
Okay.
have to
All right,
give
you
a
gotta
little
suck
love.
it up. You gotta
but
suck
it's
it
more
up.
of the body movement to make it sell right,
Okay.
for camera.
All
so,
right. Let's do one by one.
all right, so one by one, you're gonna throw the cross, parry, grab, hook, kick you to the stomach here, come back with the hook, knee, cross, coming back, boom, hook kick to the face.
Y'all see that hook kick?
Hero stance.
Boy, don't get caught with that. Don't get caught with that. All right, let's take it up. We're taking it up slowly.
Take it up a little bit.
Okay.
Quarter speed is Tai Chi speed.
Tai Chi,
Tai Chi speed
Tai
to first.
Chi. Okay, I'm
and
ready.
And you rehearse and rehearse and rehearse in Tai Chi speed until the movements are second nature, and then you pick up the speed, like you said, gradually.
Okay, so when you're teaching the star, do they usually have them on pads when they're doing this, or they have to learn how to do it without the pads?
Definitely. At first, definitely have pads on the ground if they're falling or anything, even for the stunt people. Because in rehearsal, you're doing this several times. So you want to preserve your body, right? And on the day, you take the pads away, you know, if the pads don't fit on the costume. But actors, you know, they definitely are allowed to use the pads wherever they need it.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we're going to amp it up just a little bit.
Okay.
Throw the cross, catch, hook, kick, catch, cross. Got to make sure you come back to that
I feel
hero
my
stance.
drunken master coming on in here together. My drunken master. All right, we almost there.
All right,
You want to
almost.
switch angles? Or you want to keep it right here? Is it going to change when you switch it? Question. So when they switch angles, what has to happen?
Well, a lot of the times they make sure, this is the stunt coordinator's job, is to make sure that everything is going to read for camera, right? So when you switch angles, if it's, say, is actor on actor, the camera's behind you, most likely they're going to put stunt double in your position because they're just seeing the back of your head. Right? And then they switch it up.
Ancient Chinese secret.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. You think I'm ready for this?
I think you're ready.
We gonna go full speed?
Am I ready? Let's do it.
Girl, you made this thing up. You born ready.
So performance speed, mind you, is not always.
My
is
stuff
not
starting
100%.
to break already. It ain't ready. This equipment ain't ready.
Yeah, I see that
But we're
too.
gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best.
All right. So performance speed, because you can speed up frames in post.
Okay.
So it's not always 100%.
Just
We're
fluid.
gonna make it look fluid. Yep.
Okay.
What did they say? Fast is smooth, smooth is fast. There you go.
Okay.
Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. That is a stunt term right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Slow is smooth, and smooth is fast. There we go. All right, here we go. Ready? Go.
How
There you
y'all
go.
like that?
That was awesome.
nice, right? Jenel Stevens,
That was on
ladies and
take
gentlemen.
one.
She's no joke. She's the real deal. She's the real deal, Holyfield. Okay? Janelle, once again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for everything.
That was fun.
It was an experience that I wish we can sign this or something. Like I did a fight scene with Jenel Stevens and Dora Miliaje. I'm like, I'm gonna sell like prints and stuff. Like
We
you
got
know.
it in the can.
Now let's take a look at the action on cable, network TV, streaming, and on Blu-ray. On cable, check out our sponsor HBO with Westworld. And for my martial arts action junkies, check out Into the Badlands on AMC. On Netflix, get your superhero on with Marvel's Luke Cage, Season 2. And for my martial arts fantasy fans, we have Season 1 of The Monkey King. On network television, The CW is where it's at with The 100, Season 5. And on Blu-ray, of course, we have Black Panther, Tomb Raider, and Pacific Rim. I would like to thank our special guest, Jenel Stevens, for taking us behind the action of Marvel's Black Panther and Luke Cage, as well as sharing her expertise in the stunt world. Join us next time as we take you behind the action of your favorite action films and TV series with our special guests. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit our website to stay close to the action. I'm your host, Demetrius Angelo, and it's a wrap.
Oh, wow.
The 2018 Urban Action Showcase and Expo invites you to be a part of the action. Join the premier action entertainment platform that celebrates diversity and the multicultural achievements in the blockbuster action genre. The Urban Action Showcase is bringing the action like never before, celebrating some of the biggest anniversaries in action film history including Blade 20th anniversary, Enter the Dragon 45th anniversary, Five Deadly Venoms 40th anniversary, Saturday Afternoon Kung Fu Theater, Retro Action Cinema and Back to Black Action Cinema. The UASC features action icon experiences and fan meet and greets with celebrity guests. Enjoy provocative action panels like Angels of Action, Heroes of Hong Kong Cinema, Script to Screen, Behind the Action and Urban Fists of Legends panels. Don't miss our action and stunt seminars like Firearms for Film, JKD for Film, Warrior Woman of Wakanda Staff Training, Call to Action Martial Arts Action Talent Review and more. Are you a professional actor, stunt performer, action filmmaker, content creator, comic book artist or graphic artist, animator, web designer, publisher, martial arts school, acting coach, distributor or simply an exhibitor that would like to reach our diverse action film and martial arts movie-loving pop culture fan base? Then this is the event for you. Go to urbanactionshowcase.com and click the exhibit link or just click the link below.